First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And all the way down to the 26. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his maximum speed there, according to the next-gen stats, 21.9 miles per hour. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it. They snap it to Newton. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Newton. He's got Anderson right side. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he returns this to the 22. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Play action now, Winston. And he's got his target, Harris. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Gets around him. Touchdown, Saints. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The former Cardinal Hassan Reddick in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play fake. Winston. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1, right here on EA Sports. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Newton now to throw. Pass incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he wisely will throw that one away. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. It's brought in by Harris. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, Winston. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Finding room at the 30. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action. Winston. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman from 13 yards out. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Throwing on third down, Newton. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Hunter Nice-Swanner on to punt now on fourth down. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw on second and 10. Winston. Looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 35 on second down, Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. We often with Cam Newton talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed around his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-40 line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st and 10, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Here's Winston. Steps away to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Winston. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the Panthers seems are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, and these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here comes Montgomery now, the returner. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally, he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Throwing, Winston. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Winston on 4th down. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. And they'll turn to Kamara. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. And that almost makes it a brand new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Tommy Tremble with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. To throw, Winston. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Winston. Off to Thomas on the left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Play action now. Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. They'll get this out to Kamara. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Harris now to return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Now Winston. Pass complete. Thomas. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Winston. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Winston to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Here's Smith to return it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll wind up getting about 8, but the clock will run. Also, don't forget, it's now 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Throwing is Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is Harris. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is that?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time